Welcome to From God's Heart to Mine. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me as we aim to draw nearer to God every day. Today we're thinking about Genesis 1 and verse 1, which simply says that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Beginnings can be so exciting, can't they? I mean, you think about picking up a good book for the first time, and maybe it was recommended to you or it just looked really interesting, but you open it up and start reading, and you're so excited about the story that's going to unfold. The endings of stories can be quite different. Maybe you end the story and it's a bittersweet conclusion, and you're going to miss the characters in the book. Maybe you're sad or upset about the way it ended. But beginnings are just exciting times when you realize that you're going to meet these characters and fall in love with them in a good story. I think we as Christians should spend more time getting excited about the beginning of the Bible. The Bible tells a story. There are sections in the Bible that don't read like a story. You have sections of law and sections of prophecy, these proclamations about different people. In the New Testament, you have different letters or epistles that were written to groups of people, and they don't always read like stories. But many sections of the Bible are told in a narrative way, and the Bible as a whole is telling a story. And I think we should be excited by the way the story begins. Two things that should excite us. First, we should get excited about the main character of the story. We're introduced to him in the first opening line. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the story of our universe is a story about God. You're not the main character of the story. I'm not the main character of the story. We may have the first person perspective in our own lives and our own smaller subplot in the universe, but the story of this world is a story about God. And that should excite us because a story about God is going to be a much bigger story than anything you're capable of telling. It's going to be deeper, more profound, more significant to your life than anything that you yourself would ever do, because this is the story of the one who made you. The second thing that should excite us about the beginning of the Bible is that you are a character in the story. You're not the main character of the whole story, but you do live on this earth that God created, and God is ultimately responsible for your life. And this story is going to relate to you in every way imaginable. You may not realize it at first. You may not have known it when you were growing up, but the story of God should be your story too. You're involved in this book. And even though the book itself is done being written, the story is ongoing. And what began with, in the beginning, God created, goes on to this day with such meaning, such purpose for our lives, because we're involved in something bigger than we could ever dream of. So many people are looking for meaning and fulfillment in their lives. And they want to make an impact on the world. They want to do something that matters. Meaning and fulfillment comes when we realize our place in the story of the universe, and we serve the role that our character, our person, is supposed to fulfill. And that should be exciting for us, that we get to be part of God's story. When you pray today, pray with excitement about who you are before the throne of God. Thanks for listening to From God's Heart to Mine. Follow the podcast if you want to hear a new devotional thought every weekday. My name is Caleb Griffith. You can reach out to me on any platform, and I'll include you in my prayers today. Open your heart today to pursue God's heart and try to show his heart to others.